Gemini, hello, welcome to your 5 till 16 January reading, focusing on love, focusing on how love affects every area of your life and how every area of your life is affected by love. All right. For those of you that are first time to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Adrian H. I'm an intuitive healer. I practice holistic wellness, and I also do spiritual regression hypnosis. And for all you beautiful souls, all my cosmic siblings that have always been with me throughout, I really want to thank you and I'd like to welcome you back. All right, so let's look at what we have. I'm going to start for you with an oracle card, then we're going to do your tarot, and then we're going to end off with another oracle card. Remember, this is a general reading, Gemini. Take what resonates, and if you're on the cusp, I would always recommend that you look at both readings. But this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And it's got into me, I see. This is beautiful. This speaks about a moment of truth and a moment of honesty. And it's almost like that sort of bolt that takes you back into the positive flow of things. All right. Now, for those of you that do watch my channel, you would know that that I've done that sort of mid-December till mid-January love reading, and this is just in between there. And if you want to check that out as well, you can do so on my main channel, AH and Great Life. You also get to see the beautiful thumbnails that I created my wonderful friend, and there is a link in the description for as well, and it says AC Digital Marketing Solutions. All right, so into me I see. This is, this is such a beautiful card for me. This is that sort of energy about your emotions and about your truth. That true authenticity about who you are, who you really, really are at the core of your being. That very sort of sacral chakra sort of energy, for those of you that might be familiar, with the main chakras. The root chakra being at the bottom, your sense of like security, belonging, that sort of thing. And then, we move up to the sacral chakra, which is about your emotions, and it's about your sexuality. And when we say about sexuality, what we're talking about is your uniqueness, about who you are, how you relate to yourself, how you sort of outwardly kind of like present yourself to the world, and this is actually quite amazing. So this is you really getting that moment of honesty, that reflection about who you really are. Because the one thing about Geminis, and it's such a pity sometimes, is that you don't always see how incredible you are. As a Gemini, you sometimes feel sort of like all over the place, and you feel almost like you're a little bit hyper, like you've got too much energy, and that people might also feel that you are being too much. But this is you really kind of, I would say, coming face to face with your sort of crazy and saying like, this is nice. This is actually nice. All right. So let's do your tarot. We're going to look at your recent past, meaning what brought you to where you currently are. We're going to look at where you currently are energetically and what is coming towards you. And then I'm also going to clarify that for you. Okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. Definitely. So this is you starting something new. This is you going on a new path, going on a new platform. Whether this is with someone else or whether this is on your own, you are definitely setting out on a new path, because some of you are realizing that you've sort of been selling yourself short when it came to your opinion about yourself, where you're like, I am actually nice, I am actually quite fantastic. Whereas a lot of you may have seen a lot of fault within yourself before. There's also a period during which you kind of got to see how you weren't very fair, very nice to yourself, many times, and kind of coming out of that into something new, and this is where you currently are. Okay, so those are two cards. Okay, so let's show you what we have. So for your recent past, you've got the Moon. This is where you began to realize, I feel there's a sense of like awakening within you, you know, that you realize there's so much more to you. There's so much more that you can achieve. That, you know, for many of you, there might have been instances, periods where you let go of certain loves, you know, whether you were physically with them or just they were still sort of like in your mind. This is you sort of letting go of the story in your mind of how you felt things should have been, all right? And look at what we've got here on the top of the deck. We've got the Ace of Cups for that, which is actually quite amazing. So that's actually really, really incredible, where you realize that you would, I feel that it's like a sense of realization that came through for you, where you realize that you would like to have love, you'd like to have beautiful love, you'd like to have a beautiful connection, but you are not willing to sell yourself short for that sort of, almost like sacrifice yourself, you know. It's almost like for many of you, you would have gotten to this point of realization that if there is somebody in the world who is you know, who's got sort of like the ideals and the outlook on life, then it only makes sense that there has to be another person that has that as well. And you went through the phase where you were willing to wait for that, even if it meant that you had to wait for the rest of your life. You sort of decided you're no longer going to settle. And this is where you currently are with the Eight of Swords. Maybe working up the courage to let somebody know how you feel about them. You know, kind of working out the dynamics in your mind. You want to be careful of overthinking. However, I feel that you're being very logical and sort of very practical about things over here, which is actually quite fantastic. You know, you're very grown up about the situation. And then in your current energy, this is how they came out. So these two cards came out together. The Sun was on top and the Wheel of Fortune was at the bottom, but I saw the Sun card first, and then the Wheel of Fortune sort of just slided out there, all right? And this is you, I feel, going forward. It's almost like you're really giving yourself a chance in ways that you may not have done so before. So this is really you catapulting forward in life in beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ways, working on yourself, working on your love, working on your sense of security, working on your sense of stability. And you would remember that the oracle card that we had into me, I see, was number 8, and in your current energy, that central current energy, you've got the 8 of Pentacles as well, which is really you working, I feel, at this point, more focused on the stability of your own life, maybe focused more on sort of like friends and family, and happiness and joy. You might have, I feel that, you know, obviously this is a general reading, but like, it's like you were very lost there, like, you know, sort of love, I don't know, left you unkind. Like it scratched your heart a little bit there, and you kind of came to the clarity there that you, like, you know, you're not going to settle for anything less than what you are worthy of. And what is nice, I feel that many of you are working at the moment because you are realizing that everything wasn't one-sided either, all right? And so on the opposite side of things coming towards you, we've got the Sun, which is amazing, which is you reaching your milestones and your goals and even exceeding them, okay? And really things turning into your favor. So where you currently are, probably more time of work, but really paying off really well in your future. Okay, let's look at this recent past energy. So we're looking at the Moon and the Ace of Cups. Some sort of truth revealed, some sort of realization, some sort of stepping into, I almost feel like accepting things for what they are, really brought a sense of peace within your heart. And now here is where things are getting very, very interesting. Remember, we are clarifying in the recent past, we are clarifying the Moon and we are clarifying the Ace of Cups. In your clarification cards, we've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Empress, and we've got the Ace of Cups again. So you got the Ace of Cups twice in your recent past. And this is really you, I feel, going the distance as far as your heart is concerned, for the greatest interest of your actual heart, all right? Where, you know, with this Empress energy, you sort of realize that, you know what, this is what I'd like to have, but somehow the time wasn't just right yet. You know, there are certain sort of life obstacles, home, health, work, those sort of things, which sort of needed, it's almost like it needed to be overcome, but you also realized that that it would take some time. So it's almost like there was a realization that you needed to wait and things will come towards you. And it's actually double confirmed for you there by the Ace of Cups, and I want to draw you another card for that one. Definitely that, you know, it's almost like even somebody that you might have been with started looking at you in a different way. Four of Cups, and they might have actually wanted to be with you in the recent past, but you realize that the time was not just right for it. So some of you may have you know, rejected or said no, or, you know, realize that you had to close your heart or distance your heart from a connection that you actually really wanted to say yes to, but you realize that it, you know, maybe you were more clear on the situation than the other person was. Okay, let's look at this Eight of Pentacles in your current energy. Alright, so what's falling out here? So coming out, I have, so this is how I'm going to explain it to you. So Five of Pentacles, alright, the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands. But now let me show you what happened. So the Five of Pentacles came out first. Alright, then the High Priestess, then the Five of Wands. But then somehow the card shifted. I'm not even sure how it happened. And then it's, sorry, my apologies. It was like that. And then somehow as I was picking it up, it shifted and it went like this. Okay, so where you currently are, I don't feel that you are feeling ready, you know, for maybe the second chance of this connection. It's like you're feeling like you might not be ready yet, you know, everything isn't looking the way that I envisioned it, my life is not yet on track the way I envisioned it. So it's almost like you had a picture inside of your mind for how you see things to be when this, you know, sort of beautiful love flow connection takes place, and everything is not looking 100% the way you had a vision in your head yet. And you know, with Gemini, you like to dream really, really large, you know. And I understand Gemini very well because my Venus, which is my love, as well as my communication, is in Gemini, even though I'm a Cancerian. And if you look at Vertical astrology, I'm more of a Gemini, really, you know. So I really, really relate to my Geminis really, really well, and I'm quite fond of y'all. You're so interesting and so exciting, but at the same time you give a person enough space. But what we have here in the current situation is that you might be really overthinking this. It's like you're starting unnecessary internal conflict, all right, which, remember, can start manifesting things you never needed to manifest in the first place. All right, so you could be manifesting problems, so be careful about that. Okay, be careful of manifesting problems, unnecessary problems. So guys, this is just too awesome. So we are clarifying in what's coming towards you, the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm going to tell you why it's too awesome. Because we are clarifying the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune, which is beautiful, fantastic, happiness, things turning in your favor. This is what's coming towards you. And if it resonates, open your heart, mind, and soul to it. And I'm going to tell you why it's fantastic. In fact, I'm going to show you why it's fantastic. Remember, we are clarifying the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm going to show you the clarification cards in the sequence they came out. The clarifying card is this one. The Sun got the Sun. The Wheel of Fortune got the Wheel of Fortune. And then you got the Eight of Wands. I mean, come on, claim this. Like literally claim this now. This is powerful, 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 powerful. I'm going to draw just one card for this, you know, this double Sun, this double Wheel of Fortune with the Eight of Wands, which is about stability, which is about flow, which is about, you know, infinity, like literally. Oh, Gemini, whoa, 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 like hold on. Wow. Okay, and you've got the Tower, which is amazing. You know, the Tower is a very misinterpreted card. It's about out with the old and in with the new, you know, rolling out all those things that weren't previously working. And this is like a whole new chapter that is happening for you. A whole new chapter with love. Page of Cups. Beautiful. Divine timing, really beautiful year for you. And Gemini, if it resonates with you, I really welcome and I invite you to like the video. I always love getting comments from you, so please give me some comments. I appreciate it. I love reading them. And if you're not subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. And let's end off for you with a Moonology card, which is really that sort of energy of the moon. What does the moon, our cosmic mother, have to say for you? And if you remember with your tarot part of the reading, we started with the moon also. When I think about it, you started off with the number 8, which is infinity, and you also ended off with the number 8, which is also infinity. All right, so definite flow here, like amazing, like nobody's business. And let's see what we have for you. New moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So all that work that you've put into yourself, all the time that you took, all the sacrifices that you made, all the tears that you cried, all that inner work when you said no, when you actually wanted to say yes, because you understood that is what was necessary at the time, it's paying off. Beautiful stuff. See you next time.